Hello, good afternoon. Oh, what have I been up to then? Well, the last thing I did was some elves, got them based, happy with them. And then I thought, I got a bit bored, so I thought I'd do something completely different. Something I haven't really ever painted before. So I decided to get myself a set of Warlord games, World War II, SS Stern Battalion Charlemagne, 10 metal 28mm World War II Waffen SS veterans. Never painted World War II before. 10 metal figures, thought I'd give it a go. I'm chuffed I did. I'll be painting a lot more. Really enjoyed them. So nice and relaxing to paint. Yeah, happy with them. Don't know why I haven't done World War II before. I'll certainly be into World War II. I've just got into the English Civil War. I've never painted English Civil War figures before. But I had a bit of a result a couple of weeks back. I rang Warlord Games just out of the blue. I'd been watching some of Miller's Miniatures videos and some of Terry's videos at Grandad's Art Space on the English Civil War. I find those two very inspiring when it comes to the English Civil War. Good channels as well. So I rang Warlord Games. I don't know, just out of the blue. I might have been a bit cheeky, but I rang Warlord Games and this young lad answered the phone. He might not be a young lad. He sounded like a young lad to me. And I just cheekily said to him, right, can you do me 3 BATTALIA starter armies for the price of 2? And that BATTALIA starter army you never really see in deals or anything, yeah. And to my surprise, the young man turned around and said, yeah, we can do that. I actually said to him, I said, are you sure? He said, yeah, we'll do you 3 BATTALIA English Civil War starter armies for the price of 2, 150 quid. Here's the number to ring for our customer service department or wherever. If you ring and say you've spoken to me, you can pay them and they'll do the business for you. So I got the young lad's name and the number. I'm not going to say his name. I don't want to embarrass him in any way, but he did me a really big favour. And Warlord Games, I can't slate him at all because they stuck by their word. But when I rang this other number and explained what had happened and can I pay, and he said, hold on a minute, I just need to speak to my manager. Can you just hold for 5? I said, yeah, no worries. So he went off, and he's gone for about 5 minutes. And he come back and he said, the young lad who told you we'll do 3 BATTALIA starter armies for the price of 2 shouldn't really have told you that because we won't. And, oh, right. But before I could say anything, the guy, I can't remember his name, and I'm not saying names anyway, said that because this young lad had told me that Warlord Games would honour it. And I was so chuffed, you know, that they didn't have to. They get a little bit of stick about certain things, Warlord Games. I'm not, you know, I've even given them a bit of stick myself about the Roman starter army, the auxiliaries being way out of scale to the Legionnaires, Veterans and Praetorians. I just didn't understand why that happened. But they honoured it, and I got 3 BATTALIA starter sets, starter armies, for the price of 2. And just excuse me, I'll just read off the box. In each one, you get 80 plastic pike and musket infantry, 24 plastic cavalry, 10 plastic firelock musketeers, plastic bases, and 40 full-colour flags, covering Parliament and Royalists. So, what's that? 240 figures? 240 plastic pike and musket infantry, 72 cavalry, 30 musketeers. So I got the over 300 figures, easily over 300 figures, and yeah, chuffed with that. And I just watched Miller's Miniatures video on his artillery. You can never have enough guns. He's absolutely right. So artillery's next on my list, and I'll be getting in touch with Terry at Grandad's Art Space and Miller at Miller's Miniatures for information. They've both been very helpful, and I appreciate that. I don't want to hassle him in any way, but there are certain questions on uniforms and stuff, no doubt, that I won't know, and I'll have to research or ask those guys. And both those guys have said, please ask. You know, they'll help me in any way they can. And thank you, guys. I appreciate that. So let's get back to what I've been painting this week. Let's go down to the bench and have a look at these World War II SS Sturm Battalion Charlemagne, which I believe a Frenchman that joined the SS and had this battalion. So let's have a look at them. Here we are then, SS Sturm Battalion Charlemagne, 10 metal, 28mm World War II Waffen SS veterans. Never really painted World War II before, but I really enjoyed painting these. I've had them laying about for a while, and I fancied something different, so I give them a go, and I'm really pleased with how they've come out. Let's give you a little bit more information on these from Warlord. Thousands of Frenchmen joined the Waffen SS to face their common Bolshevik enemy, the Soviet Union. This formation, named Charlemagne after the legendary King of the Franks, would serve their course with distinction, battling the Soviets until the last hours of the Third Reich. Oh, there you go then. I like the bases, and I'm really happy with how these figures have come out. So I'll try and show you them sort of individually. They've got their little French insignia on their arms. They look good. Well, I can't really show you them individually because I can only pick them up and hold them by the base, and it won't focus very well. So this is about the best you're going to get. I will try and get in close. I'm only filming with my phone. It seems to do the job well enough for me. Let's see if we can just... I don't want them to go blurry. Have a look at this back row is what I'm trying to do. Just turned those two front figures round a little bit. It's not focusing that great. Let's better get a close-up of the men laying down there. Well, there you go then. My SS Sturm Battalion Charlemagne. Well chuffed for those. I shall be doing some more of those. I've got some American somewhere, but I definitely like painting World War II. And I've never painted English Civil War either. Sorry, I have, but only in 132, 54mm scale, and not a lot of it. But there you go, look. 3 BATTALIA starter armies. Get stuck into them soon. The only other thing is, my birthday's coming up, and I've asked my wife for a Perry Miniatures 100 Years War Army. Now I'm going to do the French to start with because I like all the mounted knights. So that's also in the pipeline. And I've got a lot of research to do there. But for that, not only books, but there's a brilliant channel, Medieval Warrior. Excellent channel. Really is good. And I'll get all the references from the videos that Medieval Warrior makes. Brilliant videos, brilliant channel. Anyway, there we go then. that's my World War II figures, and that's what I've been doing this week. I'd just like to thank you all for watching. Take care and stay safe.